China just stunned the world with an 8-mile bridge connecting Europe and Africa. The US is watching in disbelief as this project reshapes global trade, giving Beijing influence over commerce.
What really is behind the failure of effective engagement with Africa is the disrespect of the Africans.
Built at lightning speed with cutting-edge technology, the bridge challenges traditional power in ways no one saw coming. Some hail it as a groundbreaking step toward unity and growth, while critics warn of hidden agendas that could reshape global power. Engineering marvel. China has officially unveiled an astonishing 8-mile bridge that links Europe and Africa, defying centuries of speculation that bridging this restless waterway was impossible. Engineers overcame the Strait of Gibraltar's volatile geology, massive financial risks, and delicate political landscape to achieve what many thought was a fantasy. Built with cutting-edge materials and advanced seismic safeguards, this structure not only connects two continents, but also rewrites the playbook on global infrastructure. Its sleek design reduces shipping bottlenecks, inviting a surge in trade, tourism, and cultural exchange. Observers worldwide are in awe, with the United States expressing surprise that Beijing ventured into such a high-stakes project. By brokering agreements between Spain and Morocco, no easy task, China has also proven its growing diplomatic might. The result is a spectacular highway of steel and engineering muscle, bridging the gap once guarded by storms and shifting seabeds. Beyond mere construction, this bridge symbolizes a bold statement of China's commitment to global development and cooperation. African nations welcome the boost in job creation and immediate access to European markets, while European officials see opportunities to strengthen ties across the Mediterranean. Environmental watchdogs are cautiously optimistic, noting designs that aim to protect marine habitats and reduce carbon emissions through efficient traffic flow. Critics, however, warn that hidden motives and global rivalries could reshape economic corridors and political alliances more than anyone expects. For now, though, the excitement is difficult to ignore. China's rapid pace of building has left the world stunned, suggesting that old barriers between continents might fade. If this project endures the tests of time, someday it may stand as one of the greatest engineering marvels of our age. Strategic power move. China has taken a bold step by unveiling an 8-mile bridge that directly links the European Union and Africa, leaving governments around the globe astonished. With sturdy foundations and modern design, this monument has turned a once-dreamed ambition into reality. Engineers overcame the Strait of Gibraltar's hidden dangers, from shifting tectonic plates to high construction costs, by using top-tier technology and forging diplomatic alliances. The result is a sleek structure set to transform commerce, tourism, and political influence in this pivotal region. Few anticipated China's role in bridging continents, one as historically complex as Europe and Africa. Observers note that this project heightens China's standing as a global builder and mediator, challenging Western powers, the United States, to rethink their place in emerging markets. Leaders in Brussels see fresh opportunities for trade expansion and political engagement, while African nations anticipate boosted transportation networks and easier market access. This bridge does more than span water. It symbolizes a bold vision of globalization in which Beijing holds the reins, investing heavily in critical infrastructure that others deemed too risky. Critics warn that China's growing footprint could alter local economies and tilt power balances, sparking tensions. Others argue that there is no turning back from modern progress, especially when it paves a path for new trade routes, job creation, and smoother cultural exchange. Regardless of one's viewpoint, China's 8-mile link stands as a strategic power move that nobody saw coming. It challenges old assumptions, disrupts global norms, and invites a new narrative about who shapes the world's next big achievements. Geopolitical shock to the US. China's surprise unveiling of an 8-mile bridge connecting the European Union and Africa has left the world reeling. Politicians in Washington are caught off guard, seeing China strengthen its presence in a zone long considered a Western sphere of influence. The bridge, built over the Strait of Gibraltar, overcame geological nightmares and political disagreements that previously defeated countless proposals. By bringing Spain and Morocco together on a massive undertaking, China has shown its knack for rallying strategic partners under one ambitious banner. Many in the United States view this as a direct challenge to their global standing. While Washington has long prioritized military alliances and economic deals, Beijing has embraced high-stakes infrastructure that wins the hearts and minds of local populations. Experts warn that this 8-mile link will accelerate trade and cultural exchange, diminishing the impact of long-standing shipping routes and, in turn, weakening America's clout in Europe and Africa. Still, the project's success is far from guaranteed. Critics question the environmental consequences of bridging fragile ecosystems, while some worry that China's involvement could create dependency for nations benefiting from this link. Yet for now, images of the towering bridge have sparked awe and speculation alike. Will America counter with its own grand vision, or be left behind in these new global power games? Innovative engineering solutions. China has stunned the globe by revealing an 8-mile bridge that directly unites the European Union and Africa, proof that bold visions can become reality. Engineers overcame shifting tectonic plates, volatile waters, and major budget constraints to link these two distinctive hubs. The project demanded cutting-edge materials and designs capable of handling constant water pressure and occasional seismic activity. China's success in bridging these continents has triggered praise, awe, and questions about its deeper intentions. Designers look to nature for inspiration, combining flexible structures with strong foundations to cope with undersea ridges and unpredictable currents. Through advanced methods, they minimized environmental harm, ensuring local wildlife and habitats remain protected. Experts note that while the final cost has soared, the long-term gains might well outweigh the initial risks. Thanks to this engineering feat, trade networks could expand, allowing for faster shipping times and broader economic ties across the Mediterranean. Tourists can cross from Spain to Morocco in record time, boosting mutual cultural awareness and business prospects for both regions. The United States, long regarded as a top global builder, is now reassessing its own approach to large-scale infrastructure in the face of China's ambitious achievements. By connecting two vibrant continents, this bridge presents a symbol of human resilience and collective progress. Whether it becomes a model for future cross-border projects or sparks competitive rivalries among world powers, it shows how innovation can transform even the most daunting tasks into tangible results. Economic impact. China's revolutionary 8-mile bridge linking the European Union and Africa has unleashed a wave of economic possibilities, altering trade routes in record time. With this direct link, businesses on both sides can ship goods faster and cheaper, cutting transit times and bypassing overcrowded coastal passages. This sudden shift is stirring competition, making established players question their current shipping options. Early estimates suggest billions of dollars may flow into new shipping terminals, boosting port reforms and infrastructure projects along the Mediterranean coastline. The economic shockwaves reach both large corporations and local entrepreneurs, who see fresh gateways for export and import ventures. Agricultural products, textiles, and machinery could cross continents rapidly, sparing exporters the headaches of congested sea lanes. A rise in joint ventures might follow, as investors sense potential profit in newly accessible African markets and untapped resources poised for global demand. This shift in economic power underscores China's strategic role as a global connector, offering direct infrastructure support where it was once deemed too expensive or risky. Officials in Europe anticipate fresh energy deals and improved logistics that slash delivery times and bolster development. Meanwhile, African nations see export capacity, modern ports, and enhanced transport systems that could spark economic growth. Still, Concerns remain about unequal gains, debt obligations, and the bridge's potential environmental toll. Critics point out that large-scale projects often overlook local communities and erode natural habitats. Yet many see the new crossing as a catalyst for growth and prosperity, if managed responsibly. As the dust settles, it remains clear that China's latest endeavor changes the economic game. Cultural and economic connectivity. China's freshly unveiled 8-mile bridge connecting the EU and Africa is shining a spotlight on cultural and economic growth. No longer separated by waves and tumultuous waters, Europe and Africa now share a direct path that can stir vibrant commerce and mutual understanding. Visitors can move between continents more easily, creating an enticing draw for global travelers. With shorter travel times, local artisans and communities are set to benefit from an influx of curious guests and eager foreign investors. Key industries like shipping, manufacturing, and tourism stand to profit greatly. Goods from African farms, factories, and workshops can reach European markets faster, providing new income streams for local producers. Meanwhile, European firms can explore unexplored corners of Africa, forming business ties that once seemed out of reach. By making this leap, China positions itself as a powerhouse of large-scale projects, winning influence in regions heavily courted by other major nations. Culturally, the door is open for deeper exchange between neighbors who share a rich but often overlooked history. Artists, students, and entrepreneurs can collaborate in ways never imagined, tapping into each other's rhythms and traditions. This link could become a catalyst for long-term unity and creative thinking. At the same time, it raises questions about balancing outside investment with local priorities and preserving natural habitats. Still, many hold optimism that this new crossing will spark cooperation and growth, weaving together the stories and aspirations of two continents that have so much to share. As these cultures merge, a future emerges, reminding us that bridges transcend distance and spark new possibilities. Environmental concerns. China's brand new 8-mile bridge linking the EU and Africa has sparked deep environmental questions, especially from groups focused on marine and coastal systems. By spanning the Strait of Gibraltar, this massive structure could affect migration patterns of dolphins and whales, whose habitats are already under stress from heavy shipping traffic. Local ecologists warn of possible harm to underwater plants that stabilize shorelines, as well as unknown shifts in currents and water temperature. Construction on this scale can release pollutants and disturb fragile feeding grounds, prompting fears about long-term damage to a key marine corridor. While project planners claim to have introduced eco-friendly solutions, critics argue that protective measures might not account for the area's shifting seafloor and seismic activity. Air quality is also a concern, as increased vehicle travel could boost emissions and potentially degrade the unique climate equilibrium of the region. Environmental agencies ask whether sustainable alternatives, like improved ferry systems, were fully explored before approving such a permanent step. China's rush to open faster trade routes may overshadow the need for thorough environmental studies. Some experts call for an international oversight panel to oversee future expansions, ensuring balanced development that safeguards wildlife. Others stress that global collaboration is the only way to address the environmental puzzles posed by bridging two continents. If properly managed, this bold initiative might inspire fresh approaches to large-scale eco-engineering. If not, it risks becoming a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition intruding on nature's delicate balance. Political tensions resolved. China's announcement of an 8-mile bridge linking Europe and Africa is more than an architectural marvel. It's a symbol that defies age-old unrest. By bringing Spain and Morocco together on this colossal venture, China has managed to settle a tangle of political tensions once deemed too entrenched to unravel. For decades, negotiations between these neighboring nations had been hampered by border disputes, fishing rights, and economic rivalries. Now, thanks to China's diplomatic efforts and financing, An agreement has been forged that could transform the region's standing. Instead of endless disputes over sovereignty, the spotlight has shifted to shared prosperity. This remarkable collaboration has not only put old grudges on hold, but also laid the groundwork for freer trade routes and deeper cultural exchange. By facilitating direct travel between the continents, the bridge promises to boost tourism, create jobs, and strengthen local economies on both shores. Observers are calling it a testament to China's unique brand of global diplomacy, one focused on bridging divides with visionary projects. Of course, critics remain cautious. Are these long-standing disagreements truly resolved, or will they simmer beneath the surface until the spotlight fades? Some suspect the venture is also about boosting China's position in two strategic gateways, raising questions about resource control and influence. Nevertheless, proponents argue that practical development can often overshadow lingering tensions, leading to lasting cooperation. Economic opportunity for Africa. China's newly unveiled 8-mile bridge linking Europe and Africa presents an exciting chance for African countries to advance their economies. By allowing direct travel between Morocco and Spain, this groundbreaking project clears the way for faster movement of goods and people, saving time and shipping costs that once held African producers back. Farmers and manufacturers in places like Morocco, Tunisia, and beyond may benefit from bigger markets and less expensive transportation, making it easier to export high-demand products such as fresh produce, textiles, and other resources. One of the greatest gains might be a rise in job opportunities. Building and maintaining this major structure requires skilled labor, which could prompt local training programs and boost employment. Further down the line, expanded tourism could see hotels, restaurants, and tour operators flourish as visitors journey across the bridge to explore African heritage, cuisines, and landscapes. This promise of economic gains is likely to spark new partnerships between Chinese firms and African entrepreneurs who see the chance to modernize local infrastructure and open new trade channels. Nevertheless, the potential payoff must be balanced against costs in both money and environment. African nations want to ensure that profits are shared responsibly and that local communities see real improvement. Transparency in contracting and fair negotiations stand as key steps to guarantee that all sides reap benefits. If done right, this grand crossing could lead African economies to new levels, shining a light on the rewards of visionary infrastructure projects. As China's influence grows, so does the promise of lasting prosperity for communities across the continent. Symbol of human achievement. China's recent unveiling of an 8-mile bridge connecting Europe and Africa has taken center stage as a true symbol of human achievement. For centuries, the gap across the Strait of Gibraltar seemed unbeatable, stumping planners and explorers alike with shifting geology and daunting costs. Yet here we stand, marveling at what once felt impossible. By spanning these restless waters, China has shown that when ambition meets skillful cooperation, even nature's boldest challenges can be overcome. Engineers drew from countless failures to craft a design that stands firm despite tectonic plates and unpredictable undersea currents. It also took diplomatic finesse to bring Spain and Morocco together, proving that unity and shared progress can triumph over old disputes. This modern wonder represents more than a shortcut for trade. It stands as proof that humanity's greatest strength is our determination to connect. Tourists will cross continents with ease, deepening cultural exchange and bringing fresh energy to local businesses. Commerce will flow more smoothly, opening doors for African producers seeking direct access to European markets and vice versa. Still, the project's very scale might remind us that our achievements carry responsibility. Environmental groups watch closely, expecting strict measures to safeguard marine life. Communities on both shores hope this new link will help them grow without losing sight of their cultural roots. The creation of the hypersonic jet. China's hypersonic jet called Enchang No. 1 has become the center of attention in aviation, shaking up the global aerospace scene. This new jet is setting a new benchmark with its advanced design, groundbreaking technology, and unmatched speed, making it clear that the future of air travel is here. The Enchang No. 1 is designed to cruise at Mach 6, which is 6 times the speed of sound. To put it into perspective, the speed of sound, or Mach 1, is approximately 767 miles per hour, which is equivalent to 1,234 kilometers per hour. Multiply that by 6, and you get an impressive 4,600 miles per hour, which equals 7,400 kilometers per hour. At this speed, flights that would typically take hours can now be completed in just minutes. For instance, a journey from New York to London, which currently takes around 7 hours, could be completed in less than 1 hour. This high speed makes it difficult for other aircraft projects to compete, but that is not all there is to this technological advancement. Stay tuned to find out more. The technology driving this jet's speed is its revolutionary engine system, known as the mutter engine. This stands for multi-ducted twin-turbine ejector ramjet. It is not just one type of engine, but a combination of several propulsion systems that work together to make the jet efficient at low speeds and incredibly powerful at high speeds. This design allows the jet to transition smoothly between different flight stages, ensuring stability and efficiency throughout the journey. At lower speeds, the jet uses turbofan engines, which are commonly seen in commercial airplanes. These engines are reliable for takeoff and landing, but as the jet speeds up, it switches to rocket engines to reach supersonic speeds, and then the ramjet engines take over for hypersonic travel. Ramjets are unique because they have no moving parts and rely on the high-speed airflow to compress the air needed for combustion. They become more efficient as the aircraft moves faster, but they can't function at low speeds, which is why the combination of engine types is so important. Developing the mutter engine took years of research, testing, and innovation. Hypersonic engines need to be lightweight, durable, and capable of operating under extreme conditions, especially the intense heat generated at such high speeds. The Enchang No. 1's engineers solved these challenges with advanced computer modeling and small-scale prototypes, refining their designs until they achieved a system that worked seamlessly. The heat generated during hypersonic flight is one of the biggest challenges. At Mach 5 and above, the friction from the air creates temperatures that can exceed 1,500 degrees Celsius. Traditional materials used in aircraft construction can't handle such heat, so advanced materials like ceramic matrix composites are used. These materials are lightweight, heat-resistant, and designed to protect the aircraft's critical components, ensuring safety and structural integrity. The compact and efficient design of the Enchang No. 1 also makes it special. The jet is expected to carry up to 10 passengers, making it ideal for high-speed business trips or luxury travel. While it is smaller than commercial airliners, its focus is on providing fast, direct flights for a select group of passengers. This aligns with the increasing demand for faster travel options in an increasingly connected world. The development of the Enchang No. 1 started in 2019, led by Yin Zhong, a prominent scientist and director of science and technology at the Aero Engine Corporation of China. Yin and his team faced many obstacles, but their dedication to pushing the boundaries of aviation technology has resulted in a jet that is years ahead of its time. Yin has described the project as a major step forward for both technology and global transportation, with the potential to reshape how people think about air travel. China's progress with the Enchang No. 1 has intensified competition among other countries and private companies. The United States, Russia, and Australia are all working on their own hypersonic projects. In the US, companies like Hermeus and Stratolaunch are developing aircraft with innovative designs and propulsion systems. Russia has also made significant strides, focusing on hypersonic vehicles with military applications. The global race to master hypersonic technology is not just about commercial travel, but also about gaining strategic advantages in defense and aerospace. Hypersonic aircraft like the Enchang No. 1 are seen as game changers in the military sector. Their extreme speeds make them difficult to detect and intercept, providing an edge in surveillance, reconnaissance, and weapon delivery. For example, hypersonic missiles can bypass traditional defense systems due to their speed and maneuverability, making them a powerful tool for any nation that develops them. In addition to defense, hypersonic technology holds promise for space exploration. Reusable hypersonic vehicles could make launching satellites or other payloads into space more efficient and cost-effective. The ability to travel at such high speeds could revolutionize how we access and explore space, opening the door to new opportunities for research and commercial ventures. The Enchang No. 1 has also drawn comparisons to the Concorde, the legendary supersonic jet that operated from 1976 to 2003. The Concorde had a top speed of Mach 2.04, or about 2,179 kilometers per hour, which was groundbreaking at the time, but the Concorde's retirement left a gap in the market for high-speed air travel. Advances in technology have now made it possible to surpass the Concorde's capabilities, and the Enchang No. 1 is leading the way. While the Concorde was limited by its reliance on traditional jet engines and the challenges of sonic booms, the Enchang No. 1's advanced propulsion system and design address these issues. Sonic booms, which occur when an aircraft breaks the sound barrier, have been a barrier to supersonic and hypersonic travel, especially over land. Efforts to reduce or eliminate sonic booms are part of ongoing research, with projects like NASA's X-59 aiming to make high-speed air travel more accessible. Countries in support of the creation of the hypersonic jet. The race for hypersonic technology is heating up, and China's Enchang No. 1 project has caught the attention of the world. While China leads the charge, other countries and organizations are also diving into hypersonic research, each bringing their own strategies to the table. From Europe to India and beyond, the push for faster, more efficient travel is reshaping the aerospace industry. Europe is making strides in hypersonic innovation with projects like the French VMAX, short for Vehicle Maneuvering Experimental. This ambitious initiative focuses on creating hypersonic weapons and aircraft that could rival some of the most advanced systems in the world. France sees this as a strategic step forward, aiming to strengthen its defense capabilities while contributing to the global development of next-generation aviation. India has also joined the hypersonic race with its Hypersonic Technology Demonstrator Vehicle. This program is a significant part of India's effort to build hypersonic missiles for its military. The country has made notable progress, successfully testing the technology and achieving key milestones. This project is seen as a critical piece of India's Make in India initiative, which focuses on boosting domestic innovation and reducing reliance on foreign technology. In the United States, private companies and government agencies are pushing the boundaries of hypersonic research. Firms like Hermeus and Stratolaunch are working on hypersonic vehicles for both civilian and military use. Hermeus, for instance, is developing a passenger jet that could cut travel times dramatically, while Stratolaunch is focusing on platforms that support hypersonic testing. On the government side, NASA and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency are leading efforts to overcome the technical challenges of hypersonic flight. NASA's X-59, designed to reduce the disruptive sonic boom, is an example of how engineers are trying to address issues that have plagued supersonic and hypersonic aircraft for decades. Russia is another major player, making significant advancements in hypersonic technology. The country's avant-garde hypersonic glide vehicle, capable of reaching speeds exceeding Mach 20, is one of the fastest systems ever developed. Russia has also created the Kinzhal missile, which can travel at Mach 10 and be launched from fighter jets. These developments highlight how seriously Russia is taking the hypersonic challenge, particularly for military purposes. While these countries and organizations are investing heavily in hypersonic systems, the challenges remain daunting. Developing a hypersonic jet that is both reliable and cost-effective requires massive investment in materials, propulsion systems, and cooling technology. The high temperatures generated at these speeds can reach over 1,500 degrees Celsius, pushing traditional materials far beyond their limits. Engineers are exploring advanced materials like ceramic composites to handle the extreme heat, but these solutions are still incredibly expensive. Noise pollution is another issue. The sonic boom produced by breaking the sound barrier has led to bans on supersonic flight over land in the past. Hypersonic jets face even greater challenges with noise, as their booms are louder and more disruptive. NASA's X-59 project aims to reduce this problem, but applying such technology to hypersonic speeds is an entirely new challenge.